if you're looking for an app as a black person and you want to connect with other black people, you want to promote, you want to look for employment, you just want to socialize amongst black people, well, the Black Social app is here. It's an absolutely a great app on Android and Apple, and make sure y'all go and check it out, man.
Just because they see a dark skin model here and a curved model there, that we're making huge changes and moving forward. I would say I've noticed, if you're dark skin, you're Brazilian or you're from East Africa, but it's rarely ever an African American. Or if you're dark skinned, you have to have European features. They're literally saying somebody's physical makeup is a trend.
What's going on, people? Jada Black here, back with another video. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about this model by the name of Brianna Holt. I came across this particular topic. Shout out to everybody who sent me topics. I really do appreciate that. And this was this video from this female. I believe she's a writer for Buzzfeed and she moonlights as a model. Well, this particular female did a video where she was complaining about being rejected from a modeling agency because her butt was too big. Now, she's a thin female, but she is curvy. She's a curvy, thin female, you know? I've always liked chicks who were like lean, curvy, you know, and like similar to her size. You know, they've always stood out to me. I don't know what it is, you know? Even though I like there's attractive women, no matter if you're curvy, even if you're BBW, there's cute BBWs out there, but I've always liked chicks who were like the slim curvy type, you know. But anyway, well, she's doing this video complaining because she was, I guess, sent an invite to a meeting with a modeling agent. Now, mind you, I'm pretty sure that the person who sent the invite is probably not the guy she's gonna meet. Because what you have recruiters out there. The recruiters are not the people that you're ultimately gonna see. It's not like high school where when you have army recruiters, when you talk to those people one-on-one. Some of these recruiters will send you messages and then they'll tell you to go to this place and that place, but their job is to get you to go there. So when the person sees you, or the agent himself may have saw your profile, he may have, you know, seen a couple of your pictures, thought you were smaller than you were, but you know, that's what face-to-face meetings are for. But I'm inclined to believe that this agent has seen a lot of models and can tell a body, can tell the body type that they're looking for when they see them. So maybe a recruiter maybe sent her a message, you know. She goes there, she talks about how the guy was disappointed seeing her, took her measurements. I believe she said she was a 36 and he wanted to get down to a 34, pointed to a picture, tell that she needs to get like that other female, and she took it hard because I guess she thought that because of her size and because she was able to get her Caucasian, she thought that she looked the way that they would want. But he's like, no. You know, you're gonna have to lose some of that hip. And she didn't like that very much. And the fact that this female is a swirler, the fact that she surrounds herself with Europeans, and she wants to, towards the end of the video, bring up the race card and talk about how, you know, that white girl's ancestry is different than her ancestry because her ancestry is from Africa. And because of that, she feels that she should be given a pass because her people are more curvier than anybody else. She literally said this in the video. And she wants to bring race into it, talking about the modeling industry needs to be more accepting of curvier women and black women. And I'm saying to myself, are you kidding me? You are a female who is living your life around nothing but white people. You're dating a white man, but you're bringing a race card into it because you thought that you would be a shoo-in to get signed by this agency, and it didn't happen. You want to claim discrimination. You want to claim you were body shamed because you were a curvy black woman. No, the guy told you needed to lose a few inches. You didn't want to do that. You thought that you could just slide your way in and not have to put the work in. The modeling industry has always picked and chose the type of models they want. This is not the first time, and this ain't gonna be the last time. But the fact that you're complaining about this, because you felt like, because you were thin and he told you that you look cute, that you should be signed by their agency. And you felt like you weren't signed because they were discriminating against you because you were a black female and your ancestry is different than Caucasian women. I just want to know, why do people who swear, you got a lot of these pro-black, you got a lot of pro-blacks who date white women. I mean, you got John Legend and some of these other guys that don't have black wives, they have racially ambiguous wives or girlfriends, but they always pro-black. You got Eve, always talking down to black men on TV, but look who she goes home to. She had to apologize for her comments on Chris Brown. It shouldn't even have went that far. You got these women with these white men who are so opinionated about black men. If it was the other way around and you have black men on TV who are married to white women or racially ambiguous women who are sitting up there talking about what black women are doing, being harsh critically of them, how long do you think that guy would last on TV? Just by being with a non-black woman, you have to apologize for that. You're not, you're not going to get that type of a pass. You got Tika Sumpter, who responded to a troll, and you got all these black women coming to her defense because they feel like people are mad because of who she's with. Nobody cares who she's with. She's dating a guy who makes less than her. I thought the purpose of dating out was to level up, but you're downgrading. You're literally downgrading. Now, with this female, she also said towards the end of the video again that she ended up being able to do shows during Fashion Week. So it really, at the end of the day, it really didn't matter that she didn't get signed by them. But I think her ego was hurt. I truly believe so. I believe her ego was hurt. I believe in her mind, she believed because of her lifestyle, who she's with, that she was accepted by white society. She felt like because she was a thin black female, okay, that she had made it. And that, she had the validation that she needed. Her confidence is high. And what happened is she went to that meeting and found out that she's just like all these other women, and you're not thin enough. You're thin, you're thin, but you're not thin enough. And I think that bothered her. So here she go, putting the race card into it. These modeling agencies, once again, they pick and choose who they want on their, who they want to have a part of their agency. Because these fashion companies want specific type of body types. Okay, you got all these women who refuse to want to lose weight. All they want people to do is accept them how they are. But us as men, we don't get that pass. If we ain't got a six-pack, if we're not in good shape, we're gonna be overlooked. That's just how it is. But you have women who believe that they should get a pass because they don't want to lose the 2 pounds that white woman that guy pointed to and told her that she need to get like her. She don't want to do the work that woman did, and she got offended by that. She felt like, how dare you compare me to this white woman? Self-esteem is probably already low. Her self-esteem is probably already low. And when you compare her to a white woman, that is probably going to hurt her ego even more. Even more. And I just don't understand her bringing the race card into it. You're dating outside your race. You've probably always dated outside your race. Why are you bringing a race card into it? You weren't racially discriminated against. They didn't call you the N-word. They just told you that they have a specific body type that you need to have. It's just like when you play sports, you have a certain weight that you have to get to. And you need to work out and make that weight. And if you don't make that weight, you don't get to practice, which means you don't get to play. That's how it is, especially in football. If you're not a certain weight, if you don't pass the conditioning test, you can't get on the field. There's certain rules and parameters that people have. But to bring the race card into it, when you sleep next to this Caucasian man every single night, that to me, that's messy. That to me, that's you being upset because they compared you to a white woman and they got you in your feels. Now you're making videos talking about you were discriminated against. You were not discriminated against. They didn't say they weren't going to sign you because you're black. The reason why they probably look disappointed is because maybe you weren't as attractive as he claimed you were. You probably weren't as attractive as, you know, he probably said you were attractive, but I think he might have was being nice. He probably was being nice. And when he saw you, he was like, oh, you know, look, I looked up, I did a little research. There are tons of black female models, especially dark skin. This particular website I looked at, they had like a top 10. Okay. A lot of those women are dark skinned. The modeling industry has been welcoming to dark skinned women. Look at Iman and Naomi Campbell. And there was another female, I cannot think of her name. Always walked around, had kind of like the bald head. Can't think of her name. She's an African chick. I cannot think of her name. But they have been welcoming of black female models. But you are going to have to compete with other races of women. And we all know that there are sisters out there that don't want to compete with other races of women. This is why they get upset when they see brothers date outside their race, because they don't want to compete for those men. They expect black men to only want them, but when they date outside their race, there's a shit ton of reasons, and we're supposed to respect those reasons. You know, it's one-sided, and what black women understand is that there's more women than men. You know, you're gonna have to compete, or you're gonna be single. But be that as it may, and what I will say this though, what was very interesting about the video, and again, I will link the video in the description. What was very interesting about the video is that towards the end, her pictures were being taken by a black male photographer. That was so ironic. It was so ironic. It's almost like they want to put this message out there that her and other black people are going to stand up to the fashion industry being bigoted towards black people. If you're looking for an app as a black person and you want to connect with other black people, you want to promote, you want to look for employment, you just want to socialize amongst black people, well, the Black Social app is here. It's an absolutely a great app on Android and Apple, and make sure y'all go and check it out, man.